Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're gonna take a look at one of the maybe best survival games out there at the moment. Today we're gonna take a look at a game called The Long Dark. Now this is a pure survival game. It has been produced by a game comes with two mods, the story-oriented mod with some NPCs and the main mod in my opinion, well, the reason which everybody plays this game it is survival mode. Now let's get into it. When we start the game, we will be presented with a few options for survival. As you can see, everyone is quite more difficult than the one before, but you can also configure everything from the weather to the frequency of changing weather to how much your calorie rate burns, how wildlife interacts with you, how your gear, and so on. So as you can see, there is a lot of things to configure. Game is excellently managed in this way. Uh, Whatever you cannot adjust here, there are mods that can help you with it. This game has quite a large and excellent modding community. Now let's start the game. At the start of the game, you will be presented with one of the regions where you can start. I would suggest starting in one of these two regions because they are connected to the majority of the most important regions. In this region you can make ammunition, so it is quite interesting region, but it is also filled with dangerous wildlife, so I won't suggest it for making your first headquarters. Also here you have a prison where there is a lot of tools and weapons, so this is a perfect position in my opinion. It even has a small fishing pond, so I would suggest you to start here. Every region has some kind of short description. You can choose male or female voice, doesn't matter. So, about the gameplay. Now, first thing first, we have a couple of parameters we need to satisfy, which are warmth. Outside is very cold, also some parts of the world are much colder than the other. We have rest, we have to sleep in regular intervals. We have also our thirst and our hunger. Depending if any of these scales drop to zero, you will start losing your health. Also there is a temperature, real temperature, and how much it feels. Also you can have certain afflictions like broken bones, being cold, and so on. You have your clothing layer. Everything comes in two layers, except obviously the shoes. You can change it, and outer layers suffer the more damage. As you can see, there are certain characteristics to every item, in which layer it is, how much it slows you down wearing it, how much protection it gives you. Animal attacks you, and it will destroy your condition of your items before it will soak some damage, depending on this number here. Weight, which is very important because you can carry only so much. Condition of the item, the lesser condition it is, the all the benefits for it will drop. So let's say this item is at 100%, but when it drops to 50%, it will only give you half of this bonus. Also, you have your inventory. It is sorted in few categories: medicine for fire, clothing, food, tools and weapons, and materials for crafting. There is crafting. There is also cooking. You need stove for this. And you have your skills. As you can see, there are not much skills. Every skill can be raised to 5 levels, and every next level will increase or add more perks to it. As you can see there, this is for making ammunition and so on. You have your firearms. Archery also is thing, mending for repairing your clothes, fishing, fire, cooking, and harvesting animals for skins and meat, guts, and so on. So this game has crafting system that is very good made. Every item in the game can be interacted with, as you can see. We can pick things up. Also,
this could be really useful.
You see the conditions and the weight right on the top. At the bottom you see how much you can carry more before being overcumbered. Now, first things first, we need to find some. This is a good stove, for example, because it has 6 good cooking spots. And also you can melt snow to make water, which is pretty important. As you can see, you can also do things like break curtains, break furniture, and so on for materials. As I said, you can make traps here and so on. Now, light comes in few options. You have flares, which are usable. Also you can throw it. Wolves are scared of these flares, so you can use it for protection if you are attacked by wolves. Also there is a lamp. This lamp will be your friend. I suggest whenever you are searching for things around the houses, you bring one with you. It will ease your life.
Could end up being useful.
Because certain things are hidden in the dark parts and you cannot see it even when there is a light on. So first thing, as I said, is we need to search for warmer clothes. It is essential for our survival because we won't get far outside. It's very, very cold. Also guns and canned food are not a bad idea to carry because they will spoil. Otherwise we're gonna rely on hunting and fishing. Also, this house is excellent place for setting out your first days because it is spatial. It is quite special. You have a place to set up all your things. Besides that, as you can see, I would suggest whenever you search the houses to crouch because a lot of things are hidden and you cannot see them. Also, it's for the mending. As soon as you have mending kit, you can choose different items and in your inventory, and you can harvest, let's say, this for cloth, or you can repair it. Also, there are things you can do with different items, like let's take for example the rifle. You can clean it, you can unload it, and so on. You have to have cleaning kit for it. Also, bedroll is something I would suggest everyone to wear at all time. Carry it with you. It will save your life outside at some moments for sure. Now let me show you a little bit about combat hunting, which is you can search the house real quick and then let's go hunt. Your workshop here, there is a workbench, which is excellent. At the workbench certain items can be manufactured, which you cannot manufacture without it. Let's say this. Also, when you hunt and harvest hide from bears, deers, wolves, rabbits or whatever, you have to lay it on the ground and let it go for some while, and then you can use it. Also, there are, in this latest patch, these things are a new thing. This and wires. Near the prison you can use them to repair some towers, so I would suggest you store them somewhere safely. Now that I will check the house from the clothes, I have found some things we can add. So we have no jacket at the moment, but we can add more layers. Some things we can add more pants and so on. So our bonus keep us a little bit warmer. Also, there is a night-day cycles in this game, so when you press tab you can see the sun and the moon. And when the moon will rise when it is night. At the night it is definitely colder. Everything can, from the actions, also can be by pressing space button, can be, if you have certain items, can be chosen from by the radio menu, like sleeping bag, you place it on the ground and sleep. You can drink water, eat, and so on. So now we're gonna wait for the next day, because it is cold at the moment, and we're gonna go for the hunt. New dawn. We have speeded things a little bit up, as you can see. Dawn is coming, so we're gonna take some food from here and we're gonna go hunting. Also, believe it or not, this is clean water. You can collect it. You don't have to even boil it. From certain kinds of meat, certain kind of parasites can be gained, so care what you eat, cook everything. My advice to you. Also,
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
bring one of these with you, or at least one small can, always. When you're out there, there can be certain situations when weather change and so on, and you will be stuck, fog, blizzards and so on. A lot of things happen, and then you'll be glad to have some firewood, sleeping bag and little can or whatever with you. It will save your life. Every medication in this game has its counterpart in nature. You can harvest it somewhere and boil it like a tea or apply it like a bandage to wound. So keep that in mind, especially when you're in regions when there is no indoor locations. As you can see in this game, outside there are lots of outside locations that can be looted, like this car for instance.
I could use this.
Also about the tools, there are a couple of tools, like some trunks will be locked and you will need a crowbar for it. You have axe, which is pretty useful tool because you can break larger branches for wood and so on. Also hunting knife, of course, for skinning animals. You can skin it with axe also, but it takes longer time. And when you're out in an open and freezing, you will need to save time, or you will need to acquire some light tier game so you can withstand the cold outside. Now let's for the outside and the combat, hunting and so on. First of all, like some signs like this cross here mean there's a corpse somewhere nearby. It can be a frozen human, frozen animal, it can be, but it is always something dead, so you can check it out for some recesses. Also, beneath majority of trees there will be branches, so keep that in mind when you're lost in fog and you need some extra wood.
That'll come in handy.
At the start of the game I would suggest you keep moving and scavenge as much locations you can, because you will need good quality clothes before anything else. Combat consists, you can crouch, stabilize your aim. Also animals can smell you, so be careful from in which direction wind blows and where you're standing. So try and capture ourselves for dinner. As you can see, the breath down there, the longer we aim, the more the gun will move. We got him. he's just wounded. We'll see. Every shell, we can track him by the trail of blood.
Could end up being useful.
It can be produced. There's another one that didn't run away. I'm gonna try and get a little bit closer. Also, pistols are very good at scaring animals. Even bears are scared of them. Got him. But he's only wounded, so as I said, we can track him and skin him for meat. He has like 8 to 15 kilos of meat. As you can see, trails will go, if you don't follow them, they will go. This is where we shot him. As you can see, he's bleeding. At some time the snow will cover the tracks, so I would advise you to look for it. Another thing is crows will appear above it, the corpse, after he dies, so it can be a marker also. This game has solid graphics. It is in development for so many years. It has changed a lot of stuff in it, so I think that when episode 5 is released, the graphics will be a little bit more polished, but it is solid at the moment. Music is amazing, from animals howling to sounds of footsteps in the snow, waterfalls. There is so many different sounds of nature.
Warming up again.
Also music, when it kicks in good. There are lots of different soundtracks and every one of them is at high quality. About modding community, I can say only thank you. These guys have been so persistent over the last years. Even when this game changed its code, they managed to bypass it somehow and made mods for this game. Now modding for this game is at the moment quite easy. You need to install only one little program and add files to it. I will make different video about it, and also link in the description will be left for those who are interested about how to mod and cheat this game, if you find it appealing in that way. But modding community, as you will see, I will leave a link also for their website, is amazing. They have so many quality mods, especially the quality of life mods for these games are amazing, like place anywhere, developer console and so on. So once again, thank you guys for modding this game and for persisting over the years. As for how much this game is addictive, this game is so much addictive. It is one of my favorite games. I have played it through the development for various episodes. It is so good, it's progressive at every single patch and expansion progresses so much. I would suggest everyone to try this game. I don't know, I think everyone who try it will be hooked on it, and I will guarantee you for hours and hours of incredible fun. Thank you again guys for watching this video. I so hope you like it. Subscribe if you like it, more content will be coming. And have fun!